Hey, my name is Alexander John, and I'm a huge fan. And this is basically why I'm doing this. I love helping small business owners, and that's one of my passions. And I normally give away some information for free, just because I normally deal with conversion rates online, but I did have a couple of offline ideas for you guys in particular, because I am a big fan of your guys's, because you guys are close to me and I enjoy going there. Your customer service is on point and pretty excellent. And I just had maybe a few tips or pointers that I could point out. Use it if you want, and if you do, just let me know. And I'd love to hear back after this. So I kind of had a brainstorming session, just a quick little brainstorming session. And I broke it down in 3 parts: online, in-store, promo. So some online ideas. I did some research of the top vape stores in America, and I saw what they're doing on their Facebook page. And they normally tend to keep up to date with the latest studies and the latest news about vape and what vape is doing for people and how it's helping people quit smoking and stuff. So it's not a bad idea to first repost some things onto your Facebook page, some news articles or blog posts about vape and the vape scene and stuff like that. And they also have built a pretty cool community of, as you can see, of around 32,000 likes. And how they did that was to keep up to date with everything that's going on in the vape world. And they also have parties and community events and stuff like that. And so that's why they built such a heavy community online. And it's pretty cool. It's never a bad thing to research your competition and to see what they're doing. And if it's working for them, copy them. That's never a bad thing. You could always put your unique flavor in, and that's completely fine. But you can't really reinvent the wheel at this point when it comes to a lot of things online. So if it's working for them, and you see the top 10 Facebook pages for vape is doing this one particular thing, and it's getting a lot of likes, a lot of comments and stuff, it's not a bad idea to copy some of their content. It's not a bad idea to copy and to understand what's actually going on in the vaping community as far as Facebook goes. So just steal from your competition. It's a huge tip that no one seems to do, but it's necessary to optimize your website. Why try to reinvent the wheel? Since it's, I think people get entrapped into, well, I think it looks good. And really, in reality, they should be thinking, who am I talking to? And also, is it beneficial? Is it producing more customers? Is it producing more leads? And is my conversion rate? What's my conversion rate, right? And so just a couple of things to think about, right? So look up the top Facebook pages is what I suggest. Copy them and stay up to date with the latest trends. I'm not sure if you can read this, but hopefully you can in this video. I know YouTube kind of makes the video a little more grainy, so maybe turn up the quality or something. But if you can't, I'm reading it out loud, so it's not a huge deal. So look up the top Facebook pages, copy them, and stay up to date, and build a community around your Facebook page. Really get engaged and learn about your customers more. And what I realized about the vape scene, and this is kind of transitioning over to in-store tips that I had, was they really have a really cool hip vibe. They have a hip vibe. All the top Facebook pages, they just have a hip vibe, like vaping's cool. You know what I mean? These cool hip hop hats and stuff like that. And vaping's cool, It's not a bad idea to have part of the uniform as being a hat, as actually being a hat. You guys are laid back, you have these cool hats with your logo on it, and it's just a laid back, that your employees are already laid back personality wise, and that's great. That is That is basically the vape community vibe that you get. Is very laid back. So having a hat for a uniform is not a bad idea. It's just an idea, you know. You can even sell the hat if people ask about it, you know. And you kind of have to train your employees to have high energy and to upsell also, is what I've kind of noticed. So if somebody asks one of your employees like, well, you guys have to wear hats now? Instead of your employees kind of giving the typical answer of like, yeah, we got to wear these hats now, I guess the boss wanted, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. No, you have to train your employees what to say in most of those situations, in the sense of like, if somebody asks that, like if somebody asks, oh, you guys wear hats now? I get it, cool hat, I guess. Your employees have to be trained to say like, yeah, this hat, yeah, I love it. Well, what other job do you have that we get to wear hats like this? We're actually selling these hats. These hats are awesome. I wear this outside of work. You got to train your employees to say that type of stuff, to stay positive no matter what. In whatever change you might do to your store, you got to train your employees to have the same energy that you have. It goes down the line, right? So if you want your employees to have high energy, you have to have high energy with your employees. And you have to really engage with your employees so your employees engage with your customers. Because it kind of goes down the line, doesn't it? Haven't you had that boss where he always yelled, or he was always mean, and so you're always mean to other people, or the people under you, you're kind of like always mean, and like, because your boss was mean to you, right? I'm not saying you guys are mean or anything. I'm just giving an example of how energy carries out throughout a company, right? And so the more high energy you have and more excitement, more positivity, you can train them to stay positive in any situation or any question that's asked, to give a positive twist on them no matter what. Then it's gonna create a community of like, oh wow, okay, you know, these guys have high energy, they're really positive people, if that makes sense. So it's a better positive experience every time somebody comes in there. Okay, so that was in store, some promo ideas. So I saw their vapes.com, they sometimes have events of live DJs and stuff like that. You can kind of scale that down if you wanted to have an event once a month, maybe on Saturday night, with a barbecue going. It's a $2 cover. That covers you for a burger, and also it covers the transaction for trying vapes, so they could try vapes and stuff, and you could potentially give out a 5% discount every time. You pay $2, you get a 5% discount on whatever you want in the store of these type of vape liquids and such like that. Having an event of like 10 to 20 people and such like that. So you might think like, okay, how am I going to promote this event to get 10 to 20 people paying $2 cover charge and stuff? There's a couple ways. Obviously, you can have a flyer on the door. And the employees can talk about it and be like, oh, there's an event actually going on this Saturday. What are you doing Saturday? You want to hang out on Saturday? We're having this cool event, and $2 cover, you get a burger, and you get to try all the vapes you want. It's going to be 5% discount for whoever comes, and bring your friends, bring your friends. And so obviously your employees are talking about it, but also it'd be really interesting and really cool if there was some reminder that every time they walked into the door, they'd know an event is going on that Saturday. So it's something emotional, and it's something more than just a physical sign or someone telling them. It's experiential, right? And so instantly, once they come in the door, they know that an event is going on that Saturday. And how you can do that is to play music in the store a week ahead of time before the actual event. And what that does is, since if there's your customers that come back time and time again, they open the door, all of a sudden they hear the music. I know an event is this Saturday, because they've been trained for that. They've been trained. They keep coming back, they keep coming back. As soon as they hear music, they know exactly, oh, this Saturday at this time, or blah, 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 this time at this time, there's going to be an event, right? So it's very immersive way of marketing your event, if that makes sense, to keep people coming back so they get that emotional experience. So yeah, also, so a week before we got that party once a month, 15, 20 people paying $2 cover charge, try all the vapes, get 5% off type of thing, barbecue outside, something like that, to differentiate yourself between the vape stores, something unique type of thing like that is what I suggest. Also on your, this kind of goes back to online, having employee spotlight videos. Employee spotlight videos, you will be amazed at what they make reality TV shows about. So there could be a spotlight that people really enjoy their personality and want to see more of. So you could make more videos with them. AKA you do a spotlight and every single employee, kind of a little bit about their lives and how they're cool and chill, right? And one particular person that you posted, it got a lot of likes and a lot of smiles and a lot of engagement. You can now use them as some video promos, like, hey, we got these new vapes coming in, or we got this event on Saturday, and actually go on video. And also, when you're doing video on Facebook, it's important to have text, because 80% of videos watched on Facebook is actually watched without sound. And so it's important to have text in the video. Either, we've all seen those funny videos that have text highlighting the video, explaining what it's going to be, right? It's not a bad idea to have a bar on the bottom kind of explaining what it is, or having some sort of subtitles, so when people are watching it silently, they know what they're talking about type of thing. You really kind of want to entice them to turn on the sound type of thing. So having text in the video is kind of important if you're going to make some spotlights and if you're going to make some Facebook video content. So just keep that in mind. So having some employee spotlights is not a bad idea. Okay, so some key notes to take from this is to do your research on your Facebook page, top vape Facebook pages, copy them. Not a big deal. Just copy them. Show your products still, show the new coming products and how you do it. You know, the vape cloud is going through it. It's cool. It's cool. Show the product still show the product, still show sales and stuff like that. But also, so that's one keynote. The other keynote is high energy upselling. So just keep that high intensity energy going. You know, that positivity type of thing. Training your employees to think positively in every situation. Like, you know, how is it really working here? Right? Kind of like 1 out of 50 people will probably ask that, you know, like, how is it working here? How is it working at a vape shop, right? And so training them to be like, oh, I love working here. The boss is great. He really supports me and helps me all the time. And like, I love working here. You know, it's a great community. And also the third keynote that I wanted to say was to have an event every month. Just to differentiate yourself between stores, if that makes sense. Because all the rest of the stores, they're not doing it. They're just kind of plain Jane, hoping people passing by will stop in the vape shop. You know what I mean? So you got to be different. You got to be aggressive. You got to research. You got to upsell, and you got to party. So that's just kind of what I suggest. What I saw, glance of going in your store, being a customer. And kind of just my, humble knowledge of how things work online and offline. And so these are just kind of the little tips that I highly suggest doing. So yeah, if you're doing some of these things, just let me know. If you want some more help, let me know. And I would just love to help you guys, because you guys are great. So hope you enjoyed this. And I'll probably talk to you guys soon. I know this is crazy, right? I mean, who makes a video about brainstorming about somebody else's business, right? That's just not done. That's exactly why I do it. Because it's crazy. Because if I can give value to you guys, right? That's what I like. I like giving value to you guys. That's exactly, this is what I love. This stuff is what I love. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I will, talk to you next time I go there. All right, take care.